Good evening, everyone.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome to another episode of TNT Travels, where my wife and family and I, we traveled over to Mexico this time. So
we went to the Planet Hollywood in Cancun, Mexico for a week, July 9th through the 15th. Had a great time, and we're going to tell you all about it and why I had a great time there.
And this is going to be our honest review. So as you know, nothing's off limit. We're going to, keep it funky and make sure, you guys have an enjoyable experience based on maybe some of our recommendations. So
to kick it off, we are at home. We did not record at the resort. This was the first trip for our kids, and we are trying to navigate how to do our vlog and kids and pack and leave. So we are trying something new. So hopefully you like it.
And you'll see plenty of videos with the children in the pools and things like that as this video is kind of coming out. And also, keep in mind, man, we're always going to make a part 2. I want to put that on the front end, and I'll say it again on the back end. A part 2 of just us going through the rooms, the entertainment, everything, about the resort that we talk about. We'll have that on the next clip because we want to make this one primarily talking points, right? So that way you guys, don't have to sit through an hour-long vlog. So we're trying to keep it as concise as possible, but we'll have the part 2, which is the back end for all of just video. We won't talk. It's just video that walks through the rooms and the resorts and things of that nature. So I'll let my wife kick it off, and we'll go from there.
Well, let's just start with the resort. It was Planet Hollywood Cancun. The theme of this is any and everything Hollywood, and it was gorgeous. So
I thought it was good. I did. I thought it was a very well kept resort. You first get there, it's hand claps and just a lot of fun, right? A lot of energy they bring. Our kids really enjoyed it. I know you enjoyed it.
Yes.
How was check-in for you for this?
Check-in was a little busy, not too busy. We traveled with a group of like 30 people, so trying to check all of us in at one time, it got a little hectic, but the staff was great. They all gave us a welcome drink. It was like 3 different flavors of welcome drinks. So that was good. And then you were just taken back from just looking at all the glitz, the glam.
Yep.
More people just coming in, guests that are just hanging out in the lobby. There was a lot to look at. Also, they do have pictures and actual costumes from movies that you can look at.
Yeah.
All throughout the entire resort. The theme of it, Planet Hollywood. So all of that, you can take pictures with cars, anything that you can think of. Planet Hollywood status, like style.
It was good. Absolutely.
So the resort for me, very clean, smells. It was almost delicious, but it smells really good. I know a lot of people say, most resorts have a smell to it. This one did have a great, distinct smell to it, and
really good.
That was really nice. So we stayed in a junior suite. We did not opt for the star class. So there's 2 sides of it.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the star class.
Talk about that.
So we did not opt for it. It was our first time, so we just didn't know what to expect. But
we should have.
Star class, you get a butler. Star class, you get to make reservations to the restaurants. Mm-hmm. You also get your private pool.
That's a big point. That restaurant point, babe, that's a big point.
And we'll come back to that.
Yes.
Also, at the buffet, they have separate entrance for you. You don't have to wait for if you're a non-star class. And then also there were upgrades in the rooms. Like you had robes, you had slippers. I think you had a bottle of alcohol in there as well.
Yeah, just a lot, and we'll put what the star class is on the clip, so that way you guys can see it. But when you have kids and you're traveling with kids and you just need a little bit more organization, the butler will definitely help you with that. And we'll kind of get into more details as we kind of go through. But for us, star class would have definitely been the better way than just trying to do everything on your own and navigate. Because it's a really big resort. It's a really big resort.
Huge.
Yeah. And you'll see my wife did the walkthrough while we were sleeping, and 45 minutes just walking through the resort. So yeah, the butler would definitely help. We had our twins are boy girl, and they're both 4. So for us, that would have made a big difference in getting that star class. So look into it.
Yeah, check it out and see if you can get it. Also, the room that we had was the junior suite, like we mentioned before. It had 2 queen beds, a bathroom, plenty of storage. There was lots of storage throughout. So you know the room is all of him. So what?
I'm the room guy. Yeah, I'm big on the rooms. I'm big on the rooms because, again, if you're new to the channel, for me, man, I love the beach. But I can be at the beach maybe an hour or 2 max. Then I'm ready to go in, rehydrate because the sun drains me. But I'm a room snob. So for me, the room was decent. It was a little small for our family. However, it was clean. Every day they came, they took care of your room, restocked your refrigerator. I love the shower. I'm a big overhead shower person, so I really did love that feature. The bed situation though, gosh, man, it wasn't good, man. It was not good. It was like, to be honest, at one point there was 2 or 3 days where I didn't get no sleep. It was just like I couldn't sleep in that bed. The pillows, please bring your own pillows. I know it's going to cost you a little more. Bring your own pillows. You might as well just sleep on your arms, to be honest. But as far as just the space, what you need the room for, I wasn't mad at it. Room service was great as well. That brought everything and cleaned it out. We did have a little situation, right? Yes. In the beginning, where our AC was leaking from the roof in the middle of the night, so that kind of sucked, right? They did come early in the morning and fixed it. We could have got a different room, but again, as everyone knows, unpacking with 4 people, it's not even worth it. So, but they did come fix it literally that first thing in the morning, 7:30. Yeah, as soon as they got in. So, I was definitely appreciated that. So for me, what I would give the room is probably, because of that bed situation, that's a big no-no for me, and not getting no sleep. I would say 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. Small. We did have the little issue. I mean, it's an issue. They fixed it, so I can't really be too mad about that. Yeah. It was that big, man. I would say 6.5. That's my personal preference with that.
So I don't know if we actually told you guys in this video, but we do rate each section.
Yes.
1 to 10.
1 to 10. Yeah, we're rating each section 1 to 10, so that way you guys can get our firm opinion of what we think.
So for me, the room, not a big deal for me. The bed did suck, but it was clean. It was beautiful. The decor was great, and everything. So for me, the room, I would give it about an 8.
Nice.
It was nice. It was nicely put together, but that bed, that was a situation.
And again, that's why we love this, right? Because for me, I'm a bigger guy, so need a little bit more space. And then booking, I could have looked at that. with the four of us. But that whole bed situation was just, I'm a little bit of a snob when it comes to the to the room. So,
and I am gonna add, they do have about 5 or 6 options of rooms to choose for. When we booked it, we just chose the junior suite with the 2 queen beds. It did have a sofa which pulled out.
Yeah.
We didn't ever do that because taking it in and out with the kids is just too much. But there were other options out there. So just pick wisely, depending on your family. I think the next time, if we do go back, we would do, I think it was a suite that had like a king bed, and then in a separate room, kind of like I think it had like a shade to it, and it had a sofa bed, a large sofa bed that our twins would be able to sleep in, just to give us a little break up there. But explore the options. They have plenty of them.
They do. It's a super big resort. If you're coming, maybe if it was my wife and I, maybe a different story, right? The room would have been big enough, but.
Also to mention, there's 2 sides to this resort.
Yes.
There's a family side and an adult side. We did have, actually my aunt stayed on the adult side, and she had a fantastic time over there. With the twins, we did not even get a chance to go over there. It's just not gonna happen. But the family side has star class, just like the adult side. It has star class, restaurants, all that stuff too. Just to mention.
Yep.
So the next thing, let's give a 1 to 10 rating, is service. As you guys know, we are huge on service. Politeness is the way. For me, the service was not bad. I don't think I had a bad encounter at all. Everybody was friendly, nice, ready to help you. So for me, let's just knock it out. 10 out of 10 for me for the service.
Service for me is big, especially when you go into all inclusive, because that's the one thing that they can control is, regardless of what's going on, is how they treat you. And again, fixing our room literally same day. Anytime we wanted towels, ordered room service. I mean, they was right on point. I think I tipped every time someone came and did something, which it wasn't over tipping or nothing like that. So again, I agree with you. It was definitely a 10 out of 10.
I do want to mention our luggage guy on the last day.
Oh man, I feel bad for him.
His service
was great.
Was outstanding.
It was great.
He had a cart already full. We kind of overpacked. Not really overpacked because we kind of used everything we had, but a little bit. But we had 3 large suitcases plus 2 small carry-on suitcases for the kids, and he was able to fit our stuff on top of everything he already had and push it, and had to take some things by hand.
Man, listen, the guy was putting
hands down
big old suitcases on his back, making sure that he carried. And by the way, if you've never been to Cancun, Mexico, at least during this time of the year, it was hot. So for him to do that, it was about 120 degrees, dripping, sweating. This guy was like, man, hats off. I think I gave him almost a 50 burger, because he was making sure that we didn't miss our bus, which is important as well, right? They gave us a time. He came in on his time. He said, no, Tim, I don't want you to touch anything. I could have helped him out, and I wanted to. He didn't want us to touch it. He just wanted to make sure he honored his end of the bargain, or whatever his contract is. So yes, service for us, man. That was Planet Hollywood, 10 out of 10. Great job. Great job.
Food. Let's talk about food.
That's my favorite thing to do. Eat.
Where to start? Okay, so I believe there were 6 restaurants. All of them were not open. And then you had the buffet as well. I do know that they have a staffing shortage right now, which kind of played in part of other food. But overall, we kind of stayed at the buffet.
Yeah. Kids. I mean,
kids, the buffet, you got in, you fix your food. They had servers in there getting your drinks and whatever you want from the bar or whatever. And it was in and out. Kids were happy. They had the kids section for them, which typically had macaroni and cheese, your nuggets, grilled cheese, pasta, all ready-made.
Yeah.
Pizza, everything that our kids would eat, right there available. Another thing they had was it was like 4 chefs in the back. One was cooking like pasta every day. One was doing hibachi every day. One was doing seafood every day, and then another one was doing like your meats, your red meats, and all that kind of thing. And then they had just extra food everywhere. Yeah.
Well, and they also had a theme for every night.
Theme every night.
Whether it be Mediterranean on Monday, U.S. Tuesday, like it seemed like continent, or it's kind of how they did it. So that was pretty cool as well with the buffet. I honestly didn't feel like I missed anything. To be honest with you, it wasn't like, man, but we definitely wanted to try some of the restaurants. But unfortunately, again, there we go. Star Class. If you have that, you can book ahead of time or have your butler book it for you. Whereas if you don't have Star Class, you got to go to the restaurant at the time of open, in which the people with Star Class has already booked. So your reservations, we were always 18 families behind. So again, with 2 toddlers, we're not going to be waiting behind 18 families. So we didn't get a chance to try pretty much any of the restaurants besides the Italian spot, which was really good.
The Italian restaurant is not in the lobby area. It's probably center of the resort, you can say. In the kids area, right? More around the kids area. Yeah. Between the main pool and the kids area, there was the Italian spot. It had a little bit of wait, not long, but they got us right in, sat down, ate. The one night we did. The one night we did. We was able to get one of our family members to babysit the kids. But the food was good overall. Even the buffet food, I found something that I like each night. Yeah. I didn't have a problem with finding nothing. I'm a pretty picky eater. But the food was not bad at all. Also, average. Before you give your take though. Guy. So on site there is a Guy's Burger joint. And breaks my heart. And typically your Guy's Burgers are good. I've had them on a cruise before, pretty decent. I feel like other resorts too, they had Guy's Burgers. This Guy's Burger, I need Guy to come and audit the food here at this Guy's Burger. Disappointed about the burger. It was, I don't know. It was just not it. And it could have been that day. No. We didn't try it again. Yeah, it was dry. It was just dry. We were done. Dry. Even more dry. And we all had different burgers too. So it wasn't like one. We all each individually had different burgers. So I will say that. I mean, and to be quite honest, that's one of those I think it's hard for them because of the pace that they have to do, right? It's not like a restaurant where you go in and sit. It's literally like one of those. It's like a fast food place. Exactly. It's like more like a fast food versus a buffet or going to a restaurant type of environment. Because I would compare the Guy to the sports bar, right? Well, when I say that, because the sports bar is more like your fast food, but not really, because you can sit down in it. But it is open 24 hours, the sports bar. And for us, the food was great in the sports bar. The one thing I would say is it's small. It's small portions. Get 2 or 3 of everything, anything that you want. That's all. But so speaking of the sports bar, right? Because that was a good time. The food was good. I think we ate there maybe twice. We ate there twice, yeah. All the restaurants are small. Oh yeah, they're super small. They're super small, which could be why they have long waits, or they don't take as many people every night. They're for the size of the resort. Yeah, those restaurants are really small. But I was telling you, I think it's intentional. I mean, because they want you to upgrade to that Star Class,
have to make those reservations, and then the people who don't have it, they're saying, hey, this is the reason why you should have it, right? So I think they intentionally make these restaurants small, because there's no way you can tell me that you got all these people, this big resort, and these restaurants are this small, right? That was structurally done intentional. And I get it, upsell, make some money, because you can always upgrade to star class as well. The only thing is you will not get the butler service if you upgrade at the time or during your vacation. That comes before. So that's one of the things. So I do think that they kind of do that intentionally for you to get that star class.
And we failed to mention that the other way to get reservations is to buy a bottle of wine or alcohol.
Yeah, like $50.
It was like $50. We weren't drinking with the kids, so it would have been a waste of $50 for us just to try a restaurant. It's not worth it for us. But I do want to say there were some non-star class people with us in our group who went and got a buzzer first thing when they opened, and was able to get into the restaurant.
Yeah.
I do want to put that out there. It was just for us to leave the pool, get the kids situated. For us, it just didn't work out. That's why we just stuck with the buffet. The buffet was good. The decor in the buffet was nice as well. So we didn't really have a problem with it. It just would have been nice to then at least been able to get on the waiting list.
For sure.
For a restaurant.
And going off secondhand, the food was good at some of these restaurants, right? Everyone, again, if we asked 5 out of 10 people, or maybe 7 for the steakhouse, that was the one restaurant that nobody really liked, was the steakhouse, but everybody else loved the other restaurants, the Mexican restaurant, things like that, the Indian restaurant. They loved it. So I will say, that's secondhand though. We can't vouch for it ourselves. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it, but the buffet, we can vouch for it. You'll find something that you like. And it's really good, and it's clean. It's not like a dirty buffet or anything like that. Food everywhere. It's really well maintained, and they can cook steaks and stuff like that for you at the buffet. So we didn't feel like we missed anything. But so, what's your review?
So for food, I would give it
rating?
a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Nice.
7,
nice.
8. Let's do an 8.
8?
Yeah.
I like that. And we failed to mention, how did you feel about room service? Because room service is 24 hours. How did you feel about the room service food?
Room service, we did breakfast almost every day. So while the kids were sleeping, we just ordered food. So when they woke up, we were able just to eat and get out to the pools. That's all they wanted to do. So room service for me actually was pretty tasty. I would wrap it into a solid 8.
8 was
Might
it?
even
Okay.
push it up to like an 8.5.
Nice.
9.
Room service was good.
Yeah.
It was definitely good. I mean, you get your standard. Again, without star class, right? You couldn't get those other choices. So you're going to have the same choices each night. If you had the star class, you would have got the other choices.
There were other options for you to pick from.
Which we couldn't get. At one point, we thought we couldn't even get orange soda without star class, but that's another story for another day. So I would agree. I'm at that 8 as well. The food was solid, right? And temper expectations is one thing I had to learn when you're going to all inclusive, right? So all inclusive for me, I'm not looking for a Morton Steakhouse gourmet meal type of thing. I'm looking for all inclusive food, and it's solid, right? So I would definitely, I would agree. It's an 8. I would give it an 8.
Cool. So the next part of the
food
category
dessert.
with dessert, and let's talk about the fuel cafe. I think that's what they call it.
That was your favorite spot.
That was my favorite spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fuel Cafe, you had your ice cream, you had your coffee.
That was my favorite.
Desserts, donuts in there daily, some kind of breadings or something.
Yeah.
That was our spot.
Kids loved it too.
That was our spot. We went a couple times a day to get ice cream.
Frozen
coffee was good.
Yeah,
That was
I'm a
on
fruit
point.
tart guy. They had fruit tarts there, so I'm killing that, right? So
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. That fuel was probably one of the better. We've been to a bunch of all-inclusive resorts, and that was the best one for sure. So the dessert, they got you for sure, and even the desserts, I think they get from fuel off of the room service because it's good. Yeah, room service is good too.
The brownie was excellent. I am going to say, more than likely there's going to be a line to the door.
Yes.
But
because it's better
move
entertainment.
fast,
Yeah, and it's better entertainment. I mean, literally, it's right. Entertainment's right next to it. So yeah, there's going to be a line there for sure.
But it went fast. It's worth the wait.
Yes, definitely do yourself a favor and go. It was great. So 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
For sure.
So let's talk about the beach.
Oh, the beach snob.
The beach snob. For me, the beach was a solid 9.
Really? Okay.
I would give it a 10, but there's a little bit of seaweed. Not a lot. It wasn't too crazy, but they're in a little rocky. It's a little rocky out there. Not too bad. I would give it a solid 9. The water was excellent. It was literally like bath water. Very warm, clear, blue. It was nice. The sand was nice as well. Hot. I think we must have went like the worst week for Cancun because it was scorching. But for me, wrap it up. There's plenty of seating out there. They do have umbrellas out there. They do have some cabanas out there. There is a bar out there as well. You do have someone coming by to see if you need anything.
He was great too. He was
good too.
Again, that's part of that service. He was great, man. He kept those virgin pina coladas coming. Our kids love pina coladas.
So, wrap that up real quick. I say 9 out of 10. It was good.
Yeah. I guess for me, I would give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. And the reason being is because the seaweed, we've been to a lot of beaches, you have to say, right? Whether it be DR, Anguilla, St. Lucia, these are what I'm kind of comparing it to, some of these beaches. I thought this one was good, but it was a little rocky. I don't know. Yeah, but it didn't feel like much of a maybe. And you can tell me. Maybe it didn't feel like much of a beach though. Like when you're on a beach, man. Maybe you know what it was probably because the beach is where it's at, right? It's kind of like out of the way. So maybe I'm used to like these beaches where you see like people playing different activities, things of that nature. It wasn't like, it was where like the service was good, the sand looked great. I just I don't like a lot of seaweed personally, but I'm like my son in a way, my kids, right? Our kids don't like the beach at this particular moment, right? And it was super hot, which is nothing that the beach can do, right? But for me, it wasn't like, the water was cool. It was a little brown coming in, right? Maybe you had to go out. I didn't go out. I go to my knees. That's where I go. And I felt the water. It felt pretty good. It wasn't bad. But it compared to some of the other beaches we've been to, I got it at a 7.5. It was cool. The beach was cool. It was quiet. I love the quietness. I love the service. It was empty.
I feel like most people come to Planet Hollywood to be at the pools because the pools were nice.
Yes.
The pools are entertained. They are
It was
huge.
weird. I'm trying to think.
But the beach, you could probably have the beach by yourself for a while. One morning I did go out there and I was the only one out there. A little way down there was a few people, but not where I was.
All right, so I'm gonna go St. Lucia, right? We just came back from there, and when we was at St. Lucia, it felt lively, right?
Because there were people there.
It felt beachy. Like, that's what I mean. I guess maybe my thought of a beach is just like
a lot of people.
Not even gotta be a lot, but more like energy. And I get some people like to go to the beach just to kind of relax and chill out, but it's a vibe. To me, a beach is a vibe, and I just wasn't feeling the vibe of the beach.
I mean, there was no entertainment at the beach.
Yeah, there was nothing. You know what I mean?
And
like
the bar was kind of it was empty.
It was like deserty. It was almost like this.
Because there was no one there.
Yeah. So there was no vibe. So she's the beach snob. Take her word for it. I'm just the guy who gets too hot. Look, man, I get too hot at the beach. It was hot. Maybe my brain isn't computing, right? So it was as hot as heck. But I give it a 7.5. For the beach.
The beach was solid. It was a solid beach. It was a solid beach. So speaking of the beach, the pool. So we mentioned the pools. There was a main pool. There was a star class pool, the kiddie pool, which we lived at the entire week.
Yeah, we lived in.
Yeah,
night and day.
It was Jurassic Park themed and for both and a pirate. I was like, it was another thing to the kiddie pool. But the kiddie pool, our room was really right outside of the kiddie pool area. There was, so the pirate ship had maybe like 5 or 6 slides coming out of it. The kids enjoyed that. Then you had the Jurassic Park part, and they're both connected. You just, a little section that had your bigger slides. It had the, what do they call it? The bucket that dumps.
The big bucket that dumps the water.
And it's a lot of water.
My daughter didn't like it too much when I pulled her over and dumped it on her head. Yeah, wasn't it? Good daddy-daughter moment, but my son enjoyed it. So
our kids loved it. We stayed there for hours every day, morning to afternoon. We did get our fuel break and go get ice cream. Came back.
Even the lazy river, right? The lazy river was really really nice. It was again, the pools was phenomenal.
So that's why the beaches were empty, because the pools were great.
Yeah, that's why there was no vibe at the beach. Everybody was at the pool. The vibe was at the pools. Like even the phone party, our kids enjoyed.
The phone party was great. Definitely catch that.
It was good.
The entertainment at the pools are good. The entertainment team is excellent at Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
DJs.
Good.
Everything.
Yeah, DJ was rocking.
We also had an opportunity to rent the cabana 2 days out of the week at the main pool. And the cabanas came with butler service. It came with food, lunch, or you could pick from breakfast or lunch, depending on what you want. But you had the cabanas from 10 to 6.
Yep.
And it came with
a platter of
assortment of
food,
hot dogs, burgers, chips, anything you ask for, they would get for you as well. And you did get a bottle of alcohol of your choice, depending on which package you choose. For the cabana, you can choose a bottle of alcohol as well. It had the jacuzzi pool that was private just for you. So that.
And that started out $200 to get one. I think if you're staying a decent amount of time like we did, you definitely want to just go out there for a day. TV's in there.
They do have TVs.
Yeah, you can just kind of lay inside and just watch the kids play if they just want to be in a jacuzzi. And the service again was really great. Kept coming by, making sure drinks were filled. Just did a really good job. So I think it was definitely worth the rent. If you're going to spend any extra money, I think that was one that we're definitely happy that we spent it on, right?
And they did give us an opportunity to get to the main pool.
Yeah, the main pool instead of the kiddie pool.
Instead of the kiddie pool, so that was good for us.
And the kids love the slides. I know this is something that's very small, but our kids really enjoyed the slides. And to be honest, the tenants that were at the slides, like our kids went down like the very big one. Again, they're small and 4. Man, she handled them very well. Made sure that they got down there. Gave them.
Oh, you're talking about the
super,
yellow, like Egyptian.
Yeah,
slide.
yeah. Yeah, so the tenant was really nice. Made sure they got up there. Even celebrated when they went down, which was really cool. And then one other thing was the wave runner. The wave.
Oh, the flow rider.
The flow rider, right?
They do have a flow rider.
We'll put video on.
Please do not put that video up. We will not put my video up there.
No, we'll put the kids. The kids went on again. They did it. The tenant again they were great, man. And you guys will see, how they kind of help my son and daughter flow, and then let them do it by themselves. And they had a great time, great experience, something that they will never forget. So, man, entertainment. Oh, the last thing would be what? Spa.
Oh, the spa.
Now we're both spa snobs. We're snobs.
Yes.
Spa snobs.
Do the spa. Let's wrap it up real quick.
Yeah.
Do the spa.
Do the spa. Just do yourself a favor.
Book the spa.
Book the spa. If you can do it, book it twice.
That would have been.
That hydro water.
The hydrotherapy.
Therapy water. Whatever.
Was nice.
Man, hot, cold. It's almost like a cheat code to life. I felt like a whole new person when I got out of there. So, and then the masseuse were great. Even as I told my wife, I was like, I don't know if she had hands or some type of special gadget when she was rubbing me. It was just different. Like, I don't know.
It was different because I think I actually went to sleep.
Yeah, you were snoring. It was.
I normally don't.
I ain't gonna lie, it was quite embarrassing. It was quite embarrassing.
It was not that bad.
Couples massage. I almost wanted to ask for earplugs and be like, hey, this is embarrassing. Can't hold her to snore. Who can't hold a snore? You know what I'm saying? But the spa was.
The spa was good. The decor of the spa is super nice. I think I took a little bit of video for that.
Yes.
Stuck my phone in there. I was trying to relax, but I did keep it on me for the kids.
Go.
But 10 out of 10.
Yes, 10 out of 10 easy. So activities, wrap it up. We say that's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
They did great.
Even and the last thing, the entertainment up front, right? The kids really enjoyed it too. They had like a Wonderland type of thing. Kids out there dancing and just grooving and having a good time.
The Michael Jackson.
The Michael Jackson night, they enjoyed that. Man, the activities at Planet Hollywood, yes, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So, again, great job, Planet Hollywood.
So, kind of to wrap it up a little bit, but let's just talk about family friendliness of this.
Yeah,
go on.
If you're bringing a family, and I think what we're kind of getting with this, and you're traveling, with a family, one of the important things is, man, you just want to make sure that your kids are enjoying it. My wife is enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. And we're just and the service helps with it, right? The environment helps with that. The food, the laughter, the kids' trampoline, right? That's another thing. The trampoline park, real quick, wrap that up. That's a must. For younger kids. Yes. Every night, arcade, game, room, they enjoyed it.
It is an extra cost.
Yes, extra cost.
But they do have packages for 2 to 3 days, depending on how long you're there, how much you want to spend. We did the 3-day package.
$180.
Yes, and it came with flow rider tickets, all-day flow rider tickets.
Because we didn't have the Star Class.
Star Class, you get flow rider. But it came with that. You get unlimited access to the trampoline park, and you also receive $25. $50
a piece? Yeah, $50 a piece.
Gift cards to the arcade, which was plenty.
Exactly, for them. So,
but yes, trampoline
park, go. Yes. Tenants were great again. Service was good. So, but family friendly, just quick pin on that one. I would say the environment, everything wrapped around it was a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. There was something for everyone to do. We had teenagers with us, tweenagers.
Tweenagers,
Is that
yeah.
what they're called? Tweenagers.
Or
And
different
then we
ages.
had the toddlers, adults, older adults. We had everything in our group. Everybody had a great time. There was always something for us to do. I would say 10 out of 10.
It was. So what are you saying? Overall experience.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like we done gave them 10s and things of that nature.
Sorry, y'all. We're looking at our little cheat sheet here. And we keep looking down because I know I am. I'm just making sure we touch everything that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. We want to make sure that we got you guys the right information because we know when we go on trips, we watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of people. And we just appreciate the feedback. So, we're trying to just kind of keep it up to date, right? So, obviously this is 2023. So some of the times we have to watch a year before and things of that nature. So that's why we wanted to kind of do ours, to kind of keep you guys up to date. But overall experience, what's your overall experience?
Overall.
Would you go back? That's 2 questions, but overall experience, would you go back?
Okay. Overall experience, I would give this a solid 9, 8.5, 9. 8.5, 9. Would I go back? Yes. I would go back. Our kids had a good time. I had a good time. Hopefully you had a good time. We'll find out. Like we said, the spa was good. The food, you did not starve. It was good. I would make changes if we went back. I would do Star Class. I would choose a different room. Overall, I would give it a solid 8. 8.5. What did I say? 8.5? 8.5. Let's do 8.5. 8.5, 9.
That beach thing really got me. Jot that down.
It was just a vibe because it was empty.
Well, no, it was fabulous. The beach was fabulous.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just joking. I would probably go with, to be honest, a solid 9. Again, I mentioned the beach and things like that, but I think out of everything that we talked about, nothing was, for me, was lower than an 8. Besides the beach, and again, I'm not a beach person.
Your room.
My room. Because the bed. So next time I go, what I'm gonna do is request a different bed. Hopefully they can do that, right? They do everything else. I mean, the service is so great. They might got a different bed.
Okay, but if you brought your own pillow.
If I brought my own pillow, I'll be fine.
I just want to say, my sister travels. She traveled with us. She brings her pillow everywhere she goes. And she did not complain about the bed because she had her pillow. Maybe
it's just the pillow.
It's the pillow.
Just drag your big pillow on the plane.
And she did.
You know what I mean?
And her blanket.
So I will say I would go back and I would give this overall experience a 9. Number one thing for me is just that did the family have fun. Our kids love it, man. They talk about Mexico all the time, Cancun, the slides, even the pictures that we got from the people coming across taking the pictures were really awesome. They did some really good pictures for us. It's definitely one for the books. So Planet Hollywood definitely you'll be seeing us in the future. But yeah, I would say great experience and really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. It was a nice family vacation. The kids' first international trip.
Yeah. In the books.
In the books with Planet Hollywood Cancun.
So what we'll say from here is, guys, look out for, again, our walkthroughs on part 2. We didn't want to make this too long. Obviously, with having family, things like that, we got into a little bit more detail about our experience. So that way, anyone who's traveling with kids, because those are hard videos to find, we wanted to kind of give a little bit more context around that and how it looked. So that's why the video's a little longer on the talking side. But also, we really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching us. And please don't forget to hit that like button and forward to your friends. Anyone that's traveling, man, we really also would appreciate the feedback. So again, Planet Hollywood, we give it a 9 out of 10. must go and enjoy your stay. TNT Travels.